Hey, Speckers of me, or Demons Likes Me, it's Speckers with here. Come to this video. I am going to be doing Warhammer 40k Tyranids as demons in this video. So without further ado, let's roll intro, let's go into this video, and let's go. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Let's see, what kind of demons do I have to do today? How many files? 18 so far. Okay, here's the most recent addition to these files. Death Leapix. Species / rank Death Leaper. Great Tyranids. Tyranids are a type of demon that are commonly found in outer space. These are also known by some other unknown creatures as the Devourer, the Great Devourer. It appears that some of them have managed to break off from their hive mind and resort into more personalized ones. Those are the ones we're looking at today. They still go by their regular name, but with some added things to it. Sometimes could change Death Leapix to a Death Leaporix, but they're almost always evil. These creatures in particular are some of the more aggressive ones. They have the ability to, augment their body and change it into pretty much cannons, and can also grow in size drastically. These are more the frontline soldiers than some other ones. Needless to say, they are very dangerous and a very big pain in the butt to deal with. Their defense is really high, but not as high as their ability for killing. Their ability to kill is by far their most aggressive and most notable trait. They can be a very big pain in the butt to kill, especially if you are not expecting one. We do have one type under our control known as Deathix. Deathix is simply a Death Leaper that has the ability to talk, and he's actually managed to break off from the hive mind. He didn't really shed his upper arms. He more or less turned them from pretty much similar to praying mantis arms into giant claws that he can use to help us around the building. He does use his ability to augment his body still somewhat, especially when having to go up against others of his kind. But let's move on to the next one. The next one I'm talking about is another one of them, Genestealer. Genestealer is one of the few demons we've managed to meet. He prefers to go by his Genestealer, even though he managed to break free of the hive mind. Species / rank Genestealer. These can shapeshift into humans. Their first generation is usually fairly demonic looking, followed up by more human, then even more human, then to one that is pretty much human with their abilities. These are very hard to find, namely because they can blend in so well. Although the original ones, the Genestealers, have the ability to hypnotize people, make them think that they are something holy, which they are not. These things are far from holy. Although we have managed to meet some people that used to be a part of them. What I mean by used to be a part of, I mean they used to be some of the more monstrous human-like ones. Very big and bulky, but could pass for human from a distance. They can change their body, like almost all the other ones, to more humans. But very few of them, known as the Genestealer, have a crown on their head. Well, all of them do, with spikes, but their crown is a dark shade of red instead of a light purple-ish pink. One arm is always used for creating human-like limbs. The other arm is pretty much a giant claw. Both of these arms can be found located on their back. Best way to kill it? Holy water and a giant frickin' bullet. Make sure you douse the bullet in holy water and then proceed to ignite the creature with a lot of fire. Their ability to regenerate is powerful, but not as powerful as good old-fashioned holy water and fire. Now, none of these creatures have the ability to control fire from what we've been able to find, but they can still be a nasty case. There have been one case that has managed to take over a small town in North Dakota, which was soon dispatched and eliminated. Let's just say that I am happy I do not have to work on the front lines at all, and I only catalog. Because if I saw this next one I'm having to talk about in the field, I would have cracked myself and died long ago. And this is by far most as common as deathly picks. These are known as the Monolocrixes. The Monolocrixes are another type of the Tyranid demons race that have 6 arms, but they can also augment their body. These creatures are mostly alive to mainly to feed. They are known to devour most things in their path. They have 6 arms, like I said, but they are also mostly there as a sort of offense than a defense. They are known to be able to pretty much climb anything with these arms. The best way to cut through one is using a holy sword, not as powerful as Excalibur, which can eradicate any demon in one go, but if you want to bring one in for questioning, you better be hoping it's a very rare one that can break free of the hive mind. Now you might be thinking it's weird that most of these demons that have able to break free of the hive mind are good. And that's because they're once human. Humans can be turned into demons. And these in particular are actually multiple humans fused together. The Tyranids are known to break down anything they eat and turn it into something called biomass, which we have some experiments on and looked into it. It is more like a demonic jelly of sorts that allows them to pretty much create new troops. There are multiple versions of each queen of these creatures that are a part of one greater one, known as Pyrex. Still have yet to locate this demon, but he is known to be the father of the Monolocrixes, which are by far one of the more powerful demons. But until now, we have yet to manage to get our hands on one of the Monolocrixes. They're also known as the Molochs for short, which are their species and rank. let's move on to the last one. And finally, for the last one of today, this creature is simply known as the Pyrex. The Pyrex Tyranids are also known as the Hive Tyrants, or also known as Pyrex. Pyrex Tyrants are pretty much a giant dinosaur-like creature with a sword and a gun. That's the best way to put it. And they can use this to devastating effects. They can also shoot off other smaller demons to people. And trust me, what can happen is not pretty. Some can shoot off little demons that can shock you to death, or some of the more grosser ones, in my opinion, literally eat you in from the inside out. It ain't pretty by a long shot. And we are lucky enough to only be able to hear these from people who managed to survive these attacks, although they mostly died to their injuries later on. They're mostly in the hospital after encountering one of these creatures. These, for the record, the Pyrex Tyrexes stand at around 20 feet tall. The Monolocrixes are more built like a snake with a tail end, but a hypothetical height and length of around 100 feet. The Genestealers are pretty much regular human-sized, but can mostly grow up to around closer to 6 or 7 feet tall, whereas the Deathly Pyxes can reach up to 20 feet tall. Utterly massive demons. And all of them are some shades of dark purple. There are some other ones that aren't as colorful as these demons, but they are by far more dangerous than anything else we have yet to face. And the Tyranids get their name from taking out a small country known as Tyranids. Tyranids was once a prosperous city and country that died overnight due to these demons. Let's just hope we can actually deal with them before they cause any more trouble. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed today's video, because I'm afraid that's all to bring up for today. But until next time, subscribe to the podcast me or do my slides. Goodbye and peace out, everyone.